What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. No, but today I just wanted to get on here and have a little chit chat. Um, I wanted to talk about like toxic relationships, self-love. You know. So for those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. This one piece of hair, but welcome to the channel for those of you that are new. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe. Yeah, so basically today I wanted to have like a little girls chit chat where we talk about, toxic relationships, self-love, and like I guess the signs. So basically I'm just gonna start off as you have to love yourself. And I know this sounds cliche, but it's the truth. If you don't love yourself, how do you expect someone else to love you? And I say this because personally, I had like a past relationship, and I don't think that I love myself enough because like I just kept embarrassing myself like time and time and time again. And I was like, yeah, I love this person, and yeah, this person loves me. But it's hard when you're in a toxic relationship. It's hard because you either don't know that you're in one. You're either okay with the fact that you're in one because you're scared that you're never going to find someone else, or you don't want to start over. And let me tell you something, ladies, even some gentlemen too. What is the problem with starting over? Like, why are we so scared of starting over? Why are we? I don't know. I remember I used to be scared of starting over because it's like, it's annoying, when you're getting to know someone, you guys are texting, and it's like the basic stuff like, what's your favorite color? Sorry guys. Like, what's your favorite color? And basic stuff that it's annoying that you just want to get into the fact that you know this person and you guys build from there. But sometimes what you need is to start over, because it doesn't matter if you start over. The people that you come across, you might feel like you've known them for a lifetime, only because that you guys have all been through similar stuff, so it's like you kind of click. So when you click, it's like you have to tell yourself to slow down a little bit, whereas in you wouldn't have before. You just jump right into it. Some things that you have to be aware of for like toxicity is gaslighting. Gaslighting, honey. Gaslighting is number one. Cause number two, manipulation. Number three, this should even be number one on the list. Because if you feel your instinct is telling you one thing and you don't listen to it, yeah. And I'm saying this because I've done it. Like, my instinct was telling me one thing and I haven't listened. I've never listened. And then I would find myself in the predicament like, damn, like I knew better, and I'll be crying and frustrated and upset. But it's like, sometimes the heart wants what it wants, and you gotta be strong enough to tell your heart, like, baby, I know I want that, but I also want what I deserve. Like, and when I mean like gaslighting, don't let nobody trick you into thinking that you the problem. Don't let nobody trick you that. I was in like, let's say like a 4-year relationship, going on 5, if not 5. Who cares? Not I. But like, there was a lot of gaslighting in that relationship towards me, and it's like, I didn't know better. I mean, I knew better, but when you're in love, like, people say love make you do stupid things, and you do. You do. Like, I have stories for days. Like, stories for days. And those stories are only from one relationship, one toxic relationship. So imagine people that's been in multiple toxic relationships, you know? And then there's people that they don't give themselves. I know somebody that doesn't give themselves enough time to breathe from relationship to relationship. Like, that person is consecutively jumping from this relationship to that relationship. And since I've known that person, they've never been single. Like, they've never been single. So it's like, at some point, you also become toxic, you know? And you have to take a look at yourself. Like, I'm not going to sit in front of this camera and act like I'm not toxic and it was just my ex. No, baby. Baby. I have toxic traits too. Like, that I'm currently working on. And it's like, one of them is when I'm upset, I shut down. I do not like to talk. Like, I don't care what you gotta say. And that's bad. Because if I claim that I'm in a relationship with you and that I want to be with you, I can't do that to you. Because if we claim that communication is key, then I'm not communicating. And this communication is only one way. So, when it comes to toxic relationships, it goes both ways. You either love it because you're not doing anything about it. You're toxic as well, meaning like you guys go tit for tat. And it's like, oh, you did this to me, so I'm gonna do that to you. That's not a relationship. That's not a relationship. The next one is this one used to upset me so much in my past relationship. If I have a problem, or if you, baby, have a problem in your relationship, you guys need to be able to sit down and talk about that. There's no way in hell that you go to your significant other and you tell them that you feel some type of way about something that they did, and now you guys are arguing. If you're arguing, you have to go. Like, dip. Because there's people out there that they're willing to hear your side. They're willing to hear how you feel, and they're willing to grow from how you feel. So it's like, I get it. We waste our time because we're comfortable with this person. You know, we already opened up. We've been vulnerable. We've been through stuff with that person. But at what point are we going to get up and get out of a toxic relationship? You know? And it's like, when you get out of this, all right, let's put toxic relationships to the side. I feel like I'm babbling too much. So let's put toxic relationships to the side. When you get out of this toxic relationship, how do you heal? How do you move on? How do you get over this person? How do you feel like your world is not ending? Like you just lost everything, you know? And it's gonna be hard. It is fucking hard. Let me tell you something. I'd be capping if I didn't say that my toxic ex didn't cross my mind. Like every now and then. I'd be capping. But am I going to pick up the phone and call that person? No. Am I going to send a text to that person? No. Am I going to go on social media and look at what the fuck they doing? No, because I do not care. And it wasn't always like this. It wasn't always like this, you know? It takes a while. So I'd be damned if I'm sitting up in front of this camera telling you guys that, yeah, like, my ex and I broke up and we were together for 4 years, almost 5, and I don't give a shit. Like, I don't feel nothing. That would be a cap. Now, my ex could probably say that because that's just how the type of person that they are. But that's the type of person that she is. But I don't care. And she be capped too. Because let me tell you something. When you find somebody that you had a bond with, like, it's unexplainable, that shit is hard to walk away from. It's hard to walk away from. It don't matter if it became toxic. It don't matter if you did that person wrong or that person did you wrong. It hurts because you felt like that person was your other half. Like, you know, you're gonna cry. There were days when I was in here crying. I didn't want to leave my room. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I would ask the universe, like, oh, like, why me? Like, why did this happen? And then I started to blame me. I started to blame myself. This is how you know that you're in a toxic relationship. You know the person did you wrong, and yet still, at the end of it, you're blaming yourself, it's because that person conditioned you to blame yourself. Let me tell you why. So with my ex, I would be like, oh, so this and this is bothering me. And then my ex would be like, oh, why is that bothering you? To me, it's not a big deal. You shouldn't feel no type of way. But I guess whatever. And now I'm feeling some type of way because my ex is speaking to me like, damn, like my feelings don't mean a big deal. So now my ex is upset. And then I'm upset because she's upset. And I'm just like, here we are going back and forth. And then I'm just like, damn, like, I should have kept my mouth shut. Because if I had kept my mouth shut, we wouldn't have been arguing. I probably would have got over it and we wouldn't have been arguing. But no, that is not the way to go. You have to be able to express yourself, and you guys have to be able to go from there, whether or not you or the other person that you're with feel some type of way. Because let me tell you something. You're going to be like me from the age of 22 to damn near 26. I was just on and off, back and forth, back and forth. And now that I have clarity and I learned and I'm continuously learning to love myself, I'm just like, my ex could never speak to me again. And that means like, not to be petty, meaning like, I'll say hi, goodbye. But you could never get to know me like that again. Like, you knew me, let's get that correct. You knew me, but you don't know me anymore. Like, I've grown from the person that you used to play with emotionally and mentally. Let's get that right. But I've grown from that. And it's like, we as women, men, anybody, we have to learn to love ourselves. And until we learn to love ourselves, we're going to keep living in a cycle. And let me be a living testimony that I was living in that toxic cycle because I didn't learn to love myself. Because I thought that this is what I wanted. I thought that that was endgame. I thought that we could work through anything. And it's like, you could work through anything in a relationship, but you have to be with someone that's also willing to work through that. No matter what. You have to be with someone that's willing to hear you out no matter what. You guys have to be able to talk. Never go to bed angry. I used to say that all the time in my last relationship. And we did go to bed angry. I didn't want to. It wasn't my decision. But I'm not going to stay up all night waiting and, I'm not going to do that. And it's like, once you learn to love yourself, learn to love yourself. You better block that number right now. If you're in a toxic relationship, walk away right now. Block that number right now. Go learn yourself all over again. Go learn your music. Learn what music makes you feel happy. What music makes you want to get out and dance, get out of the house. What music makes you not think of them. Like, learn. Like, I've always loved coloring. As grown as I am, I've always loved coloring. I've colored since, I started get back into coloring. I started get back into writing. I started a YouTube channel. I'm learning to love myself and grow. And let me tell you something. Now that I'm comfortable with being alone, as long as me and my Mary Jane don't ever part, and even if we do part, I'm going to be all right. Because let me tell you something. I learned that I'm okay with being alone. Like, it's fun. Like, once you learn self-care and self-love, baby, you're going to be untouchable, unbreakable. These motherfuckers out here going to be looking at you like, damn, you cold, you heartless. And I am. And I am. And it's because I let my guard down. And not just me, you behind the screen watching me. Anybody. We let our guard down and love fucks us over. Sad to say, but Do we lay on the ground like, help, I've fallen and can't get up? Do we need life alert? No. We get the fuck up, dust that shit off, and keep it pushing. Right now, you guys don't even know. And I'm not gonna say anything because I was told that moving in silence is better. So that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah. Learn to love yourself. Learn to know what things you like all over again. And when you start seeing and feeling that a relationship is like a damn near 9-to-5 job, you're gonna feel happy. You're gonna feel so fucking amazing. Like, let me tell you something. I'd be so happy when I get home from work and I don't have to worry about dealing with my significant other, or dealing with like tiptoeing around how they feel and not trying to start an argument and being responsible for somebody else. Like, everything that I see and I want, I can buy for me. I don't have to buy for you. And that doesn't mean to sound selfish or to make me sound selfish. But if you know, you know. Like, you learn to spoil yourself all over again. You learn to love yourself all over again. Don't get me wrong, I be missing cuddling and shit to go to sleep. But you see these motherfuckers back here? That's what I have them for. I have my rose. And I'm continuously learning to grow and, self-care and self-love. Draw, reading, writing, poetry, painting, shopping. But you gotta have the budget for that. However you feel that you can express yourself with self-love and self-care, do that, baby. Do that. You don't even have to go anywhere. Some days when you get up and you feel sad, you take a shower. You do your hair. You go get your nails done. You go get your eyebrows done. You go for a walk. Get out of the house. Because once you stay in that element or wherever environment that you're going through that toxicity, you're going to feel like that. And eventually it's going to start taking a toll on your character. And you don't want that. So you need to get out. Go for a walk. Clear your mind. Learn to love you. Learn to be okay with you. Learn to be okay with whether or not somebody wants to be with you. And learn to be okay with if a motherfucker want to cheat on you, lie to you, play games on you, you're strong enough to walk away and still know your worth. Like, you can walk away without being sad. You could. And I'm so freaking grateful that I'm currently and striving, I want to say striving stupendously on self-care and self-love. Because right now, I can't be bothered. Like, people text my phone, people message me on social media, and I can't be bothered. Because if you're not adding to me, then I don't want you. Because 9 times out of 10, you're just trying to get in my drawers. And 9 times out of 10, you're not satisfying these drawers. So I wasted time. And not only that, I gave you a piece of me that I'll never get back. For what? For a temporary feeling of feeling better? No. You know that tarot reading? In tarot reading, they have the hermit card. Yeah. Go into hermit mode. Learn you again. I have this app on my phone called I Am, and it gives out daily affirmations. And I read them because it gives me 9 o'clock every day sharp. So go. Learn to love you. Get out of this toxic relationship if you are in one. And if you are out of one and you still feel the need to reach back out to your toxic significant other, don't do that. You know what you should do? Go in your notes and write down what you feel you want to say to them. And leave it there. Because if somebody is not worthy enough to realize that you're a motherfucking queen or a motherfucking king, then baby, they gotta hit the dough. And don't even fucking cry when they on their way out. Because your real motherfucking king or motherfucking queen is gonna come to fucking. And that's what I had to tell myself. And I believe it. And I'm so fucking happy. And I'm glowing. And other people see. When you start glowing, other people is gonna see that. Because I've gotten compliments. Yeah. I've gotten compliments. Oh, you look so good. I've got people saying, oh, who you with? That guy you glowing? Nobody. I'm with myself. Myself got me glowing like this. I'm stress-free. When I tell you guys, I want to cry because let me tell you something. You know what it is? If you're in something toxic, you know what it's like to wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, and not knowing where the fuck you stand with somebody that you claim you love. That's crazy. That's crazy. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. And don't waste no more time. Any red flag you see, get out. Get out. It's not a motherfucking carnival. Get out.